Hello, this is Denal coming in with another video here. This is the start of a very big project. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. Very sorry about the wait. Though content is coming, guys. I have a good 30 video ideas already made. I'm going to be producing a bunch and uploading them gradually over the next couple weeks. Life gets in the way, but I'll not toil too long. I'd like to announce this new project I have going. This is going to be my series covering every single Halo Heroes figure out there. And it's going to be a multi-part series, each time going through one different Halo Mega Blocks / Constructs, technically Constructs, but every Halo Mega Construx series from, Halo Heroes, going 1 through 18, as well as some of the bonus ones that are, kind of fall under a little bit. The guidelines I'm going by is basically any figure that came with a stand like this, with their name on it, because there's some that technically aren't in Heroes, but are part of this, but do have these stands. They'll be part of it because they're kind of like honorary heroes. So, this first episode is going to be covering Series 1, Series 1 of Halo Heroes, and on each side, you can kind of see them here, we got Series 2 and 3. Those will be the next two videos coming out, and each time I upload, on this side, I'll have the previous series, and this one would be the one that's coming next, as like a little teaser for y'all. So, without further ado, let's get started. Thank you for everyone that watched my last video. Stay subscribed, because a lot's coming. So, as future notice, for every single one of these figures, they're going to be included three things. You have the figure itself, their exclusive painted weapon or weapons, what they came with, as well as their stand. Every single hero has a nameplate stand with their name or designation here, and they all have it. That's part of this project I put together. They have to be 100% complete. That's the main goal. And because there isn't exactly a big, archive of every single hero on YouTube yet, I'm taking this opportunity to provide that. So, let's get started. So, to start out with Series 1, this is the very first series. They use the dark blue for their nameplate. They have a light blue coming up, so here's Series 1. Let's start out. Every single Heroes series, for the most part, as they started out, was 6 figures. Usually it would be about, as you can see in this one, you have 4 named characters and 2 unnamed characters. That, variation, it can be 3 and 3, it could be 5 and 1, but usually it's 4 and 2. And that's, seen here in Season 1. But as well as, Season 1 actually is unique compared to all the others because it's almost all Spartans. If you look closely here, you have 1 ODST and 5 Spartans. No other series has many Spartans as this one does, and it's kind of unique in that aspect. So let's start out with the most unique of the series, obviously because he's an ODST. We have Buck. So this was the first Buck figure ever made, and until just a couple of months ago, it was the only one. This figure used to be very rare and hard to find because, everyone wants Buck, everyone wants the ODST team. But yeah, so Buck here, he has a painted assault rifle using the old mold for him. Not too many paint apps, and as we know, this figure isn't terribly accurate to the game, but he does have, at the time, a brand new chest plate piece, as you can see there. It actually comes with this knife here, and if you be very careful, you can tab the knife onto his chest. This was a brand new mold at the time, as well as the mold for his head, which uses this little antenna, which is accurate to the game. He has these little printing on his shoulders. Yeah, very cool fig. Obviously, the accuracy would be improved in the later version, but for the time, I think this Buck was pretty great. Here we have Master Chief. Of course, we all know Chief. He probably has the most Mega figures ever made of him, of any character. He definitely does. But this one's really unique in that it's not a Chief we've seen in the games. This is Chief's Mark IV armor. This one was seen in a lot of the Halo Legends shorts, as well as some of the mini-movies they made for promotional stuff. So I believe the episode this armor appears in is called The Package. Really interesting, really cool animation. They have like the booster frames and stuff. But yeah, so this Chief uses a unique head mold, not seen on any other figure until this time. I believe these shoulders are unique too. We don't see these very often either. Funny enough, he has almost the same exact AR as Buck. We got 117 printed here. Yeah, really cool. And Mark IV armor is never one we've gotten again, so this is unique to that. All right. Now we have kind of a divisive figure. People aren't a big fan of this one because they don't like the character. This is Spartan Olympia Vale from Halo 5. People don't like the character. People don't like Halo 5. People don't like the team she's from. But the problem with the figure is she's very bland. As you can tell, little to no paint apps on the body. The head does have the visor and these gold little specks there. I don't know what you call those. But yeah, no other printing. She comes with 2 weapons though. This painted SMG and this plasma pistol, unpainted. So you see, when you look at her, you know, it's kind of a figure of a character people don't like, from a team people don't like, and a very under-detailed figure. It's very rare in Heroes you get an unpainted weapon. So yeah, I'm kind of iffy about this one. I do prefer the other version we have of her, but I think it works fine if you can't get that rare one. Next we have my personal favorite from the series, Spartan Thorn. Thorn comes from Halo 4's Spartan Ops mode. Spartan Ops was a side story you could play in Halo 4 covering this team called Fireteam Majestic. And Thorn was kind of the main guy from it. He was really cool. You saw the most of him. He was a very cool character, very nice. Stood for what was right. I think he tried to save the Doctor, Dr. Glassman, and I believe he also killed Gek'Lahar in the Spartan Ops cutscenes. So yeah, so Thorn was the first member of Majestic, and we'd be getting Majestic members for a long time, almost every single series until they were all covered. I think they skipped one time, but yeah, Thorn was the first. Makes sense. He's the not the leader, but the main guy. So he used the Spartan Recruit armor. You have the like Majestic logo on his shoulder. Not on this one though. He used Recruit armor and the Suppressor painted, and this is actually the only suppressor we'd ever get painted in Heroes. Some weapons are pretty common, like the AR, for example, but Suppressor, only on him. Fortunately, my visor's paint is a bit sloppy, as you can kind of see there, but otherwise, I love this figure. Great one. So now we can move on to the unnamed characters. We have the Spartan Orbital. This is a big fan favorite. People love this figure. So you got Spartan Orbital. You got some paint apps on the shoulders, as well as this really cool gold painted DMR. Very sick. I like that one a lot. But the main thing people like is the skull branding. You have a skull on his chest, as well as a skull on his visor. It's pretty badass. Look at that. Cool color for a Spartan too. You don't see it very often for like this cyan. There's a Spartan Recruit that came in one of the blind bag series that matches this if you want to pair them up for a little duo. But yeah, Spartan Orbital. When it comes to unnamed Spartans in Halo Heroes series, they're very common. And I think it's kind of a staple. They always want to have some multiplayer Spartans in. That's what this is meant to represent. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan. I think those spots could be taken up by more named characters. I'd prefer, like, for example, this series, the next series we'll be covering over here, Series 2, has a lot of unnamed Spartans. Not a huge fan. But yeah, this is one of the good ones. Now, here we have one of the bad ones. We have the Spartan Defender. So this is another Halo 4 armor, and I'm not a fan. I'm not going to lie. I think the armor is ugly, and I think the color is very ugly as well. The skull, you can kind of see that there's like a skull pattern on the visor. I think that's kind of cool, I guess, but yeah, ugly color. You have these silver paint tabs, which I don't know if they hurt or help it. Probably help it a little bit. Spartan Defender, blue base plate, obviously. But the best part of it is a super cool painted up Storm Rifle. Storm Rifle is also a color we get a weapon we get very rarely in Heroes. But here he is with one. I love this one. Best part is the weapon. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap it up for all of Halo Heroes Series 1. Overall thoughts, I think it's about like a mid-tier series, you know? They were just starting out, had a lot of new molds they were featuring, but unfortunately, some pretty low on paint apps early on like this. That gradually increases as we go along. If we get to like Series 10, that probably has the most paint apps. You're gonna get a ton of them in that series. So yeah, I'd probably put this in like a C tier. At the end of this, I suppose since we're at the end of the video, I can talk about some of the upcoming stuff. I'm gonna be making one video for every single Halo Heroes series, as I said before, but at the end I'm going to be doing a joint video that includes all of them together. It's probably going to be very long, as this one's already about 11 minutes. I'm also going to be doing a tier list of every Halo Heroes series, so when you see that tier list, you can be like, oh, why did he put Series 1 in C tier, for example? You can come back here, see my reference, see my reasoning, see me talk about them. Or you can be curious, I wonder what that Defender is from, you know? What's his deal? What is Spartan Thorn from? I'd like to provide a little more context, because a lot of Mega collectors actually don't know much about the games. They don't know where these characters come from. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more content. You know, I'm trying to support the Mega community here, get some information out. I'd like to grow this, maybe make a Discord or a Facebook group for buying and selling, you know? I want everyone to get the figures they're after. So, thanks for watching.